In Bangladesh, CCTV footage shows journalist Kajol's last known whereabouts. The human rights organization urged the authorities to immediately disclose the journalist's whereabouts and release him if he is under state custody without any further delay. Amnesty International has published a video that reveals journalist Shafiqul Islam Kajol's last known whereabouts, as he has been missing since March 10. The CCTV footage obtained by the human rights organization shows that a group of unidentified men approached journalist Kajol's motorbike and appeared to tamper with it, according to a press release on Saturday. The suspicious activities of unidentified men captured in the footage are compelling evidence that shows that he was being followed only a day after the police opened an investigation against him. Since then, he has not been seen and his fate and whereabouts remain unknown, said Saad Hamadi, South Asia campaigner at Amnesty International. We urge the authorities to immediately disclose the fate and whereabouts of the journalist and release him if he is under state custody without further delay, he added. In the CCTV footage, Kajol is seen to arrive on his motorbike at his newspaper office on Mehar Tower in Hatirpur, Dhaka at 4:14 p.m. on March 10, 2020. Several unidentified men can be seen suspiciously moving around his motorbike and keeping an eye on it for nearly 3 hours before he left the premises. In 6 minutes, between 5:59 and 6:05 p.m., 3 men approached his motorbike separately and appeared to tamper with it. The journalist is then seen getting out of his office with another person at 6:19 p.m. and walking past his motorbike. He then comes back and can be seen leaving the place on his motorbike alone at 6:51 p.m. This is the last time anyone has seen or heard from him. The police registered a complaint from the family on March 11 regarding his disappearance, but they refused to take his case for investigation during the crucial first days and have denied having him under custody. It was only after a high court order was conveyed to the police on the 18th of March that they carried out the first actions. One day before his disappearance, Kajol, including Manab Zinman, editor Matur Rahman Chowdhury, and 30 others, were accused in a case filed under the Digital Security Act for publishing and sharing a news article on social media regarding expelled Jubo Mahila League leader Shamima Noor Papia. Last year, Bangladesh human rights organization Odhikar documented at least 34 incidents of alleged enforced disappearances. 8 of them were later found dead. 17 were shown arrested, while the fate and whereabouts of the other 9 remain unknown. So Bangladesh authorities should urgently locate the journalist, who has been missing since March 10. The day before he disappeared, Kajol was among those accused in a criminal case against a prominent news editor, Matur Rahman Chowdhury, and 30 others under the draconian Digital Security Act. On March 2nd, Chowdhury's newspaper, the Manab Zamin, published an article describing various lawmakers who, according to an unverified list, visited a sex trafficking ring allegedly operated out of a hotel in Dhaka by a member of the ruling Awami League Party. Shifuzaman Shakur, a lawmaker and former aide to Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, later filed the case against Chowdhury, Kajol, and others. While the newspaper did not publish any names, some people, including some of those accused by Shakur, circulated those unverified lists on Facebook, which included Shakur's name. The case of Shafiqul Islam Kajol is deeply concerning, particularly given the Bangladesh's authorities' record of abducting people and holding them in secret detention where their safety and lives are at risk. The Bangladesh government should take immediate steps to locate Kajol and bring him to safety. Kajol's family suspects he was abducted and has called on the authorities to help ensure his safe return. At a news conference on March 13, Kajol's son said that his father left their home in Dhaka on his motorbike at about 3 p.m. on March 10 with 2 phones. When he did not return home at around 10 p.m., they tried to call him, but both phones had been switched off. His motorbike has not been recovered. "We don't think my father went missing on his own," Kajol's son told French press. "We suspect he may have been abducted." He said that the family had searched hospital emergency wards and filed a missing person complaint at the Chowk Bazar police station on March 11. He also said that the family met with the detective branch of the police to ask if Kajol had been arrested because of the case filed against him, but officers there said that none of the 31 people named had been held. Bangladesh authorities have a history of arbitrary detentions and forced disappearances. While some police are later released or formally taken into custody, officials have, in some cases, said they were killed in alleged gunfights with the security forces or in crossfires. The Bangladeshi human rights organization Odhikar reported that security forces had forcibly disappeared over 550 people over the last decade of the Awami League's rule. Many of these victims were targeted as members of the political opposition. In recent years, however, there have been cases in which security forces have disappeared individuals in what appear to be the result of personal retribution by members of the ruling elite. Enforced disappearance, the deprivation of liberty by government officials or their agents, and concealment of the fate or whereabouts of the person in custody is prohibited under international human rights law. The international community and Bangladesh civil society have repeatedly called on the government to repeal the vague and overly broad segments of the Digital Security Act, which facilitates abuse. While the Act limits defamation charges to those that meet the requirements of criminal defamation in the Penal Code, it is contrary to a growing recognition that defamation should be considered a civil matter, not a crime punishable with imprisonment. Bangladeshis should not live in fear of abduction if they share something on Facebook, Adams said. The government needs to seriously investigate the many cases in which family members allege that the victim was picked up by security forces, but those whereabouts remain unknown. What are your thoughts and opinions about this case? Leave them in the comment section below. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and don't forget that bell icon. Hit it so you'll be notified each and every time I make a new release, which is daily. Nothing but peace and love in this channel. I appreciate all my subscribers. Feels more like a family than just a YouTube channel, if you know what I mean. It's all about the peace and love here. Now let's go on to the case that I was talking to you all about yesterday. French teen missing from Auckland had troubled state of mind. A former manager of a teenager missing in Auckland for almost 2 weeks tried to contact his family prior to his disappearance with grave concerns for his state of mind. Foreign exchange student Eloi Jean Rolland, 18, arrived in New Zealand from France in September 2019. He had been staying with a host family in Birkenhead on the North Shore, Detective Senior Sergeant Marcia Murray said. On March 7th, Rolland caught a train from the Britomart station in the CBD about 6:30 a.m. and exited at New Lynn's Fruitville Road station about 7:26 a.m. Police believe he may have walked from there to Piha on Auckland's rugged west coast, as mobile phone data indicates he was in the vicinity of Piha Road at 9:18 a.m. The teen, who has limited English, has not been seen since he was captured on CCTV at Britomart. Search and rescue teams have been searching the wider Piha area since Tuesday afternoon, but are yet to find any items of interest. We are asking all residents on Piha Road to check their properties sections for any items of interest, Detective Senior Sergeant Callum McNeil said on Friday. We are also urging anyone who has a holiday home or unoccupied home in that area to please check their properties for any signs that Eloi may have been present. Police are in daily communication with Rolland's family in France, and they are becoming increasingly concerned, Murray said. They are unable to travel to New Zealand due to borders being closed to non-residents because of the coronavirus pandemic. Rolland has recently expressed to his family that he was feeling homesick and was due to return to France this weekend, his family said in a statement. Eloi is a calm, kind, and curious teenager who loves adventures and enjoys being with friends, his family said. He loves the sea, surf, and catamarans, which is a type of yacht. He also enjoys the beauty of the wilderness and recently found a particular interest in hiking. They said Rolland had been in regular communication with them, and his disappearances is very out of character. We are extremely worried. He has never run away from home and always stayed in contact with his family. We are forever grateful to the New Zealand public for your support and assistance at this very difficult time for our family. Rolland had previously visited Piha with some friends and had expressed interest in wanting to go again. From what we've ascertained, it is out of character, said the detective, when asked if he is known for going out by himself for long periods. A staff member at Headquarters Bar and Restaurant on the city's viaduct, where Rolland worked on a casual contract for a short period, said he had failed to show up for some of his shifts before he went missing. We did our best to support him, but then he just disappeared. Headquarters owner Leo Malloy said he and his staff found Rolland to be unstable. He required delicate management, he said. Malloy said he became concerned for Rolland after an interaction with him during a fire alarm evacuation, which prompted him to inquire with other staff about his personality. We had grave concerns for his state of mind and his state of health and safety. He added that Rolland seemed so troubled that an attempt was made to contact his next of kin for advice. However, the numbers Rolland had provided led to dead ends. We don't typically go reaching out to next of kin for nothing. There was a pattern of behavior with him to suggest he wasn't in the right place. After Rolland's disappearance, Malloy spoke with police regarding his concerns, for which he said they responded gratefully. I hope he's found safe and well, but I fear for the worst. Search and rescue teams are continuing to search the Piha area, while investigators door-knock residents and local businesses. A team of investigators is also following up on information sent in by the public. We need the public to have him at the forefront of their minds, Murray said. Rolland is 170 centimeters tall and of thin build and was wearing a blue and white jacket, jeans, and dark sneakers when he went missing. Anyone who knows of his whereabouts should contact the numbers in this video. Earlier this morning, the family released a statement saying the following. The news of Eloi's disappearance worries us greatly, and every day that he remains missing only causes us more concerned. Eloi is a calm, kind, and curious teenager who loves adventures and enjoys being with friends. He loves the sea, surf, and catamarans. He also enjoys the beauty of the wilderness, and recently found a particular interest in hiking. Eloi came to New Zealand to study English 6 months ago and was in regular contact with our family several times a week. His disappearance is very out of character, and we are extremely worried. He has never run away from home and always stayed in contact with his family. Recently, Eloi became homesick and wanted to return to France and study at university. He was due to fly back to France this weekend. We haven't heard from him since he went missing on March 7. We desperately want to know where Eloi is, and we urge anyone with information or any sightings of him to please contact Wadamaida Police on 09-839-0697. Again, 09-839-0697. We are forever grateful to the New Zealand public for your support and assistance at this very difficult time for all of our family. So as I was saying, I will keep everybody updated on this, hopefully daily, if we do get any more information on this, as well as the Bangladesh scenario. If you were watching yesterday's videos about the Thailand moron who infected the elevator there, he has been caught. The sentencing, I believe, will be in the next few days. I will post on that as well once that sentencing has been done. But I believe he's going to get either 1 month or 1 year according to the situation. If he has the virus, he'll get 1 year. If he doesn't, he'll get like a month, which again is a complete joke. But what can we do? This is the society we live in nowadays. That's the law. And unfortunately, we got to abide by it. There's no other choice. Guys, gals, everything in between, I hope you enjoyed this video, as well as all the other videos I have been putting out. Different cases, different scenarios, about the pandemic, about just people in general. Just remember, always peace and love. Keep yourself safe. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe. You've heard it all before. Once again, take care of yourselves and each other. Family comes first. Nothing else matters. For now, Mavakaga. Out.